Well, I'm saying yes, 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 yes to life. I'm saying yes, 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 yes to life. I'm saying yes, 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 yes to life. I'm saying yes, 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 yes. Woo! Yes to life. I'm saying yes to life, yes right now. Yes, yes. The spirit of love within me is expressing itself right now. The spirit of joy within me is expressing itself right now. What are we gonna create today? The universe is ready to play. Yes, Spirit surely will lead the way. Yes, if you just say yes. I'm saying yes, 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 yes to life. Ooh, I'm saying yes, 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 yes to life. I'm saying yes, 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 yes to life. Yes to life. I'm saying yes to life, yes right to here, life. Right now. Yes. The spirit of life within me is expressing itself right now. The spirit of light within me is expressing itself right now. Whatsoever you conceive, if you believe it, you can achieve it. The universe will always agree. If you just say yes. I'm saying yes. Saying yes. I'm saying yes. Saying yes, yes, yes. I'm saying yes. I'm saying yes. Yes to life. I'm saying yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes to life.
Yes, I am here to love. Yes, I am here to serve. Yes, I am here to be the love of God. Yes, I am here to love. Yes, I am here to serve. Yes, I am here to be the love of God, my God. And I know forevermore that I am loved. Yes, I know forevermore
Good morning and welcome to the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living, live streaming to you this morning from the Inspiration Cafe in Paoli, Pennsylvania, where it's nice and chilly and warm in here. I'm Maxine Kaye, and I'm so grateful to be the spiritual leader of this beloved community. And we're very happy that you chose to be with us this morning, wherever you may be in the world. And wherever you may find yourself on your spiritual evolutionary path, because we're all on them, aren't we? And we're very happy that you're walking along with us this hour or so. We trust that you're here because there's something that we can share together that's important to all of us. And so we're delighted that we are gathering in this way at this time to make a difference in our own personal lives and in the world itself. Because here, as in all centers for spiritual living, we provide spiritual tools to address all different kinds of personal and planetary challenges. And we've got them all, haven't we? But more than that, we have the power of the presence of God, the presence of love, the presence of wisdom. And we use our spiritual practices to enhance our lives, to live more fully from the real being that each of us truly is. And we are part of a global association. It's the Centers for Spiritual Living all over the world. I have just returned from convention, which was held down in Wild Dunes in Charleston, South Carolina. And there were about 280 of us from so many different places, including different places in the world. And it's been heartening. It's been exhilarating to see what our movement is doing everywhere in the world. We have places springing up in South Africa and Europe and Africa. We had a gentleman with us from Africa, and we had people from Jamaica and from all points in our country and in Canada. I mean, this whole atmosphere, yes, this whole hemisphere has a great atmosphere, and the entire world does too. And part of it has to do with the fact that Centers for Spiritual Living is doing its beautiful, loving, wise, powerful, creative, compassionate work. And we're doing ours right here in Paoli, Pennsylvania. So wherever you are living in the heart of all of this divine activity. Because after all, there's one God, one presence, one life. It's everywhere. And you and I and everyone in the world partake in it. Now, the Centers for Spiritual Living have a vision statement, a mission statement, and we are all part of this divine community. But I've got to tell you something wonderful. I'll tell you that in a minute. But first of all, let's focus on what many of us ministers came up with in Whitefish, Montana, many, many, many years ago, that we as this community and as our global community focus on every moment that we get. Because we know we have a mission. And do you know what we decided it was? And do you know what everyone who has heard it seems to relate to and go, yes, I'm in for that? It goes like this. We are here for this purpose. Awakening humanity to its spiritual magnificence. Its spiritual magnificence. Not just, okay, I think I can do a little bit better. There is something within each one of us that is divine, that is permanent, that is the eternal expression of the living God within us all. And it is magnificent. You know, Bach wrote a Magnificat. Magnificat means magnificence, for time immemorial. People have recognized and celebrated the magnificence of the presence of the one that loves all, the one that is that divine presence that resides within all of us. Now, here's the part I want to tell you that I'm excited about too. The vision that we have as a global community, we have changed it just a little bit here. You don't want to say it yet, but I'm going to tell you what it is, and then I'll invite you to say it with me, because it is, co-creating a world that works for everyone has been the tagline. And I notice, here we say that, and then we expand upon it, because it's not just people, it's people. It's the whole planet. It's all the animals. It's the plants and the seeds and the sky and everything. So we have been saying, yes, a world that works for everyone. Then we say a world that works for all. Every minister who stood up there this past week in Charleston, South Carolina, said exactly the same thing. Yeah. See, maybe, do you think we had anything to do with that? Of course, let's take credit for it. No, there's one mind. And Sharif Abdullah, in his book some time ago, also focused on creating a world that works for all. Well, that's bigger, and I have a sense that may ultimately be replacing it. Yes, we want it to work for everyone, but more than that. So let's say this together. Are you ready now? We'll say it both ways, just to make everybody happy. As if you could, but we'll try. Okay, ready? This is it. Co-creating a world that works for everyone, a world that works for all. That's it. You got it? I love it. So thank you. So thankful that you're here with us today. We are on a happy journey, and we're delighted that you chose to ride along with us. Let's have it be a good ride. Now, here in our beloved community, we developed a purpose statement, and we would love to share it with you and invite you to say it with us if you wish to. Are you ready? What are we here about? We are here about living, loving, learning. Spirituality that works. And that, as Judith used to say, and that's the truth. Okay, now, the Declaration of Principle, the one we're taking today, is like this. We believe in the eternal goodness, the eternal loving kindness, and the eternal givingness of life to all. This is the Declaration of Principles. It was called What We Believe many years ago when Ernest Holmes was asked, what do you believe as religious scientists? And I love them all. And this one seemed to pertain today. This is the last Sunday in February, and this has been the month of love. It would be very nice if every day were a day of love, unless we have something to do with that, and we will. But eternal goodness, if indeed there is eternal goodness, and we know that there is, because God is infinite, omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent, all-powerful, omniactive, and everywhere present within each and every one of us. So the eternal goodness of the divine does reside in each one of us. The eternal loving kindness and the eternal givingness of life to all. What would you call that but love? Love gives of itself. The divine love is always expressing and filling to capacity and beyond. Each receptive instrument, that would be each of us, who receives and understands the overflow of this divine presence, the loving kindness, the eternal givingness. And so it is appropriate that as we move into the last Sunday in January, where we're talking more about if you could only love enough, and the answer to that is, well, yes, you can. It's appropriate to realize why that is possible. It's possible because love is who you are. There'll be more on that in a bit. But right now, we want to hear from Karen Drucker, because she's going to sing There Is Only Love. And no matter where you are, and if you're in your pajamas or anything else or less or more, sing along with us if you'd like. Come on, Karen, let's hit it.
In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am, letting fear and worry fall away from me. I open my eyes and see there is only love. love that sets us free. There is only love. When I lose myself, when it seems I've lost my way, when I go inside and quiet my mind, I can hear Spirit gently say, there is only love. There is only love. It's love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. It's the love that heals, the love that sets me free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love.
That's wonderful. I love that song. Hey, I want to talk to the kids. Hey, kids. Well, I just got back from a wonderful convention in Charleston, South Carolina. Have you ever been to Charleston, South Carolina? It's a really wonderful place. It has its challenges, and it has a lot of healing going on. And I've had a little healing going on myself. Can I get a little bit closer to you? Does that work, Monet? Okay, good. Okay, so, you know, we've been talking about love all month. In fact, we talk about love a lot, even when it's not February, even when it's not Valentine month. And what I know is that love heals everything, that it makes everything better. You've noticed that, right? Well, when I was down there, we had a lovely lunch one day, and I was enjoying being with my friends. I was with a couple of chaplain friends. Wait a minute. I also had a little cold while I was down there, over it now, but just that last little bit of, you know, when you come to the end of it, and you know that it's love that got you through it. Well, that's true. Anyway, having lunch with my friends, and I bit into something, and guess what was in the middle of it? A big old toothpick that was like a log. And look what happened. How's that? Well, I'll see the dentist tomorrow, and we'll get that all taken care of. But I want you to know it never hurt. No, you know, there's nothing, no discomfort involved, just embarrassment. And I was walking around like this. I was going, and some of my dear friends, because I showed them, they were sitting there when it happened, and they were so loving and so supportive that one of them said, "Let me see that smile again, Maxine." And they said, actually, you look kind of cute that way. Now that's love, right? That is love. And it's healing, and it's warm, and it's nurturing, and it's free. It's something that we can give to each other. It's something we can receive from one another. And you do it all the time. I've seen you, I've hugged you, and I know that when I've even seen you when a little one needed a hand or there was a puppy around, I have seen you reach out and give the love that lives in you all the time. You know what? That's something you can continue teaching the grown-ups about, because there are grown-ups who still need to learn it. So have a love-filled day wherever you are. I know one place you always are, and that happens to be right here in my heart. Go have a good time this Sunday, and we hope to see you in person soon, okay? Bye for now. Now I'm going to invite up another loved one. That's Miss Edie Janet, because she is going to be giving us some announcements. I'll let her tell you that. Hello.
Hello. Good morning, everyone. My name is Edie Janik. Happy to serve as the president for the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living Board of Trustees. Woo! So happy Sunday to everyone. Thanks for being here. We're really happy that you decided to share your morning with us. And we have a really, really big show for you. So, would you like to unveil your hidden power?
There it is.
Oh, my hidden power. Okay, it's inside. Okay, hidden power. Well, you have the perfect solution right here at GPCSL with Dr. Maxine for her new 12-week Zoom class based on Emma Curtis Hopkins' Unveiling Your Hidden Power. Beginning this Tuesday, February 27th, from 6:30 to 9 p.m., and I hear there is a dynamic and robust group of people that are signed up for it. So these types of classes are amazing always, but the more people that participate in them, all the different ideas you get to hear from folks and inspiration and contemplation makes it even all the more great. You still can get into the class. And I'm pretty sure you know how to do that, but I'll remind you like we always do in a moment. And if you want to know how to use the science of mind, Reverend Mike continues to hold his weekly Zoom workshop Saturday mornings from 9:45 to 11 a.m. Another fabulous community. You're welcome to join. You can jump right in and join the group. It's just rave reviews for that experience as a community and as an educational experience regarding the science of mind. So another fabulous opportunity. As many of you know, we continue to hold our Nibbles and New Thought discussions, but we're going to switch it up a little bit. We're going to different restaurants here and there as we identify ones that would be able to accommodate our crazy group. We're not crazy. We have fun. Well, a little bit. We laugh a lot. But, all right. So what you may not know is that we're trying new restaurants. Our next Nibbles and New Thought will be held on Monday, March 4th at 6:30 to 8:30 at TJ's Restaurant in the Paoli Village Shops near the Paoli train station. So that's March 4th, 6:30 at TJ's Restaurant. Hope to see you there. You will need to register so that we know how many seats to reserve. Dr. Cheryl Macklin will be holding an in-person 7-session grief group starting Wednesday, March 20th from 7 to 8:30 at the Inspiration Cafe. This is an in-person session, a series of sessions, 7 sessions. This group is open to anyone who would like to share a healing experience with others in relation to loss he or she has experienced. These can include losses of all different sorts. Loss of a loved one or a beloved pet, an illness, loss of a job, aging, or the loss of a certain ability or a divorce. I mean, there's lots of different things that we do grieve in our lives, and this group is focused on helping us move through those events. So please speak to Cheryl if you'd like to sign up. Her contact information is on the March 20th calendar. Our next full moon ceremony, led by Diane Wilson, will be held on Monday evening, March 25th, from 7 to 8 p.m. in Collegeville. And our next in-person Sunday celebration here at the Inspiration Cafe. It's kind of fun. If you're local and you'd like to come be behind the scenes for our live stream Sundays, it's fun. And you can register to be here. We do have limited seating, but we can accommodate a decent sized group. So try to come visit us on a Sunday. Next one's going to be March 3rd. So we alternate every other Sunday in person here at Inspiration Cafe. And thank you, Linda, for opening the doors to your lovely home for that. Quickest way to register for all of this fabulosity is to look for the event on the pop-up screen. When you go to www.cslphilly.org, there'll be an orange pop-up screen that comes up, and it has links to all of everything that I've just mentioned and more, and you can just click on the link and go and register. And I think that's all for today's announcements. Now have a great day, and thanks for being here. Stick around. We've got great stuff coming. And you do look cute.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Edie. Love that woman. Thank you. That's always fun. She makes announcements fun. There's not too much boring around here, not with these folks. Okay, so now I'm going to invite one of our practitioners who does not happen to live in the area and happens to be with us on live stream right now because I saw his name. He's down in Florida, and he has piped in our opening spiritual mind treatment. So please welcome Bo Smith.
Good morning. My name is Bo Smith, and I'm a licensed religious science practitioner with the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living. It is my honor to offer the opening treatment for this morning's service. Before I do so, I'd like to provide an opening quote. It comes from The Essential Ernest Holmes. On page 145, Ernest writes, "We should be careful to distinguish daydreaming and wishful thinking from really dynamic and creative treatment. When we treat, we do not wish, we know. We do not dream, we state. We do not pray, we announce. We do not expect something is going to happen, we believe that it has already happened. What is it that must be felt in spiritual practice? The feeling which is beyond words, statements, and phrases. It is the essence of life, the spirit of the thing from which the mind automatically draws an intellectual conclusion. This feeling results in words which are an activity of the feeling, the enforcement of the principle back of it. In this way, the word becomes spirit and life." As I state this morning's treatment, I will do so in the first person, and I invite you to take it on for yourself if you would like. So just taking a moment to breathe deeply, inhaling fully and exhaling completely. As we go within, let us recognize the truth of our life. And that truth is that our life is the life of Spirit, the life of God, flowing through us as us. This one life that flows through me flows through everyone and everything in this created universe. I am one with all of life. As I know this to be the truth of myself, I open up to that inner wisdom that life provides me in every moment. Sometimes that wisdom comes to me from the outer world. For instance, in today's message, in the music being provided in today's service. It also comes from within me as well, as I open up to that divine life, as I step into that life within me, that life flow that flows through me easily. As I allow that wisdom to pour through me, I listen at an ever deeper level. I open myself up in this moment to that deep, beautiful life flowing through me now. Deep, deep gratitude also flows through me in this moment as I declare this to be my truth. I am life. I am the unconditional life of God, of Spirit flowing through me in this very moment. As I think about and contemplate this awesome reality within, I open myself up to the infinite possibilities that this truth provides. This wisdom illuminates me now. In deep gratitude for this opportunity to be an expression, an evolution of this truth in effect, I release my word into the law of mind, knowing a perfect demonstration is at hand and is unfolding now through me into life in this very moment. And so it is.
And so it is. Thank you, Bo. Now I'm going to read our affirmation and invite you to join me if you choose to. We are bound together and finely woven with love as we effectively bring the presence into each moment of our lives and every corner of the world.
Remember as a child you dreamed of flying to the sky. Now there's nothing stopping you but doubts inside your own mind. You know that you can be whatever you would like to be. Your time has finally come. The world is ready now to see you. Let your love unfold. Let your love unfold. It will change the world starting with you. Let your love unfold. Let your love unfold. It will change the world starting with you. Yes, you have the power to make anything so. Only you and God know where you are really meant to go. Rest assured that all your dreams are born to come true if you just find your strength inside and let it shine on through. Let your love unfold. Let your love unfold. It will change the world starting with you. Let your love unfold. Let your love unfold. It will change the world starting with you. Love for your own beauty and the beauty of the world. Love for the poor man, the rich man, for little boys and girls. Love for the birds singing, the sun bringing the spring. Love for the skies above, love for most everything. But do you love yourself as you know you should do? You are a child of God, know all wall you can't break through. You've just got to believe that your great destiny awaits. All your wildest dreams will turn into your certain fate. So let your love unfold, let your love unfold. It will change the world starting with you. Let your love unfold, let your love unfold. It will change the world starting with you. Let your love unfold, let your love unfold. It will change the world starting with you. Let your love unfold, let your love unfold. It will change the world, it will change the world, it will change the world, starting with you. Starting with you. Starting with you.
Yes, love is changing the world. Let's enter into meditation time together. Let's just start by a great inhalation of that presence of the divine. Breathing in spirit, breathing in the spirit of love. And as we exhale, we are releasing that bountiful, beautiful presence of love to everyone and everything around us. Inhaling, inspiring. As we inspire, it means breathe in. We allow ourselves to feel that loving presence, the chi, the prana, moving through our entire consciousness, healing and revealing a greater truth than we may have known. As we allow that circulation of spirit's life to move through our physical bodies, restoring, awakening, revealing wholeness, we invite it to move through our emotions as we feel more deeply attuned and in balance with the divine harmony of this universe. We allow it to move through body, mind, emotions, bringing balance and serenity and open-minded and open-heartedness. This is the presence, renewing, revitalizing, and revealing to us the truth of each of us that has always been so. That each of us is indeed a magnificent manifestation of the one divine life. We return to our truth, and the inspiration, the inspiration, that in-breath awakens us to who we truly are. And as we expand the love in our hearts to move out and touch, bless all in our world, we realize that it is not only inspiration, but the inspiring is a conspiring, for as we breathe together, we are indeed co-creating a divine conspiracy. And that divine conspiracy is about a clear intention to move away from all the false premises in the world and within the subconscious mind of the human race, including our own, And we have a determination, a loving divine intention to breathe together, to bring about a world in which we truly desire to live. It is the love within us, which is divine love, the love of the one for all, that is healing and revealing our truth, inspiring and conspiring. Let this love flow. And as the breath becomes a pathway to our hearts, let's enter into our hearts, open hearts, receptive hearts, glorifying that divine presence within us and sitting in humility and gratitude and clear intentionality in the throne of our hearts, where we are embraced by the divine love. We are held and nurtured and loved to wholeness, the wholeness that is always and ever the truth of our being. And in this place of warmth and nurture and new life, for it is new life flowing through us, we simply relax and open our hearts even more and deepen our faith even more so, and let our consciousness expand. We expand into the infinite, and here we are held, nurtured, and made free. And we also know that as we envision this beautiful world, heaven on earth, and do what is ours to do to bring it about, that there are changes. There is a revelation of truth. There is greater love expressing, greater wisdom, and we follow that clear intention with faith and clarity and deep gratitude, for God is still in charge, always has been, always will be, regardless of any appearance to the contrary, for appearances come and go. God never leaves. So gratefully we remain in this consciousness of love, of wisdom, of peace and power, giving thanks that all is well. All is well, truly, truly, all is well.
I clothe myself safely round with infinite love and wisdom. I clothe myself safely round with infinite love and wisdom. With love, with love, with infinite love and wisdom.
All right. If it could be that we agree, meet on common ground, plant a tree and spread the fruit of love all around, would you say yes? Yes, yes, yes. If it could be that we agree to live in harmony and set aside all that divides for the sake of humanity, would you say yes? Yes, yes, yes. other till every voice is heard singing yes, 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 yes. What would you say if we found a way to end all poverty so all could live with dignity from sea to shining sea? Will you say yes? Come on, everybody sing yes, yes, yes. Woo, yes, yes, yes. If you believe in you and me, say yes, yes, yes. Ooh, come on, everybody sing with me. Yes, yes, yes. If you believe in you and me, say yes, yes, yes. Come on, yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Say yes, yes, yes. Woo. Yes, yes, yes. If you believe in you and me, say yes, yes, yes. Yes.
Oh my gosh. Yes, yes, yes. Eddie, thank you. Oh, I wish you could all have been with me this past week when Eddie Watkins Jr. had music and excitement and revelation and enthusiasm for us in his magnificent music down in Charleston every single day. Every day. Can you imagine? Monday through Thursday night, every single day with Eddie Watkins Jr. Well, you'll be hearing more from him after another little bit of time. Okay, this is the last Sunday in February, but it's still Love Month, and let it be love everything every day from now on. But we have been focusing this year, our 2024 theme here at the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living has been If Only You Could Love Enough. And a whole new world has been our theme for 2024. Our theme for February has been If Only You Could Love Enough. And that actually comes from this wonderful poem by Emmett Fox about love. And the very last line of it, because we shared it another week here, the last line of that wonderful poem is, if only you could love enough, you would be the happiest and most powerful being in the world. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. If only can enough. We were made out of love. That's our divine essence. And what we do with it is the action of love, but it's who and what we are. That's why we certainly can and must love enough, and we are sustained and nurtured by this loving presence. You know, we're designed to be hilariously happy and pleasantly powerful. Would you like to be deliriously or hilariously, however happiness you like to have, and pleasantly powerful? Well, how do we do that? We begin by taking the first step. One small shift in perspective gets our feet on the right path in our beautiful evolutionary process. And when it is fired by love, divine love, then we know we are not only headed in the right direction, we also know we are in excellent company. Because all of the comrades with whom we are linking arms and walking along and bringing heaven to earth by one simple shift in perception or perspective, two of my favorite words, makes all the difference in the world. And it starts with something simple like being willing to see beyond a person's behavior to the divine being that they are. An insistence on revealing the truth beyond the erroneous appearance, whatever it may be in the world. I love Ernest Holmes' wonderful saying, one of millions that I love that are wonderful. One in consciousness with God constitutes a complete majority. When are we going to get that all of the presence of God is available at every point? And that within each of us is the capacity to open up to the infinite love and the infinite divine wisdom and possibility that are there. We take that first step by opening our hearts and our minds to something different than we may have known before. And that's a shift in perspective. But everything is right where we are. God is right where we are. Now, we sometimes feel as though God is not present. Well, that's a joke on us, isn't it? Because we can leave the awareness of being loved, nurtured, supported, and guided by the divine. But God never leaves. How could that happen? We are made out of this one life. Fully present within the life is how we ultimately live our best lives. I learned a new word the other day, and I think I am one. It's a noun. Some of you may have heard it, but I never had before. Pangloss. Have you ever heard of pangloss? No, it's not a shiny frying pan. Pangloss. It's a person who is optimistic regardless of the circumstances. And the example that I learned was this. When our flight was delayed, the pangloss in front of me cheered for the opportunity to get a meal at the airport. Well, Friday, our flight was delayed out of Charlotte, coming back to Philadelphia. Not for too long, but long enough to get a meal at the airport. And I was fine with that. I was happy about it. I certainly texted Reverend Mike right away and said, I'll be coming in a little bit later. And our beloved Reverend Tawana Malone, who is the beautiful spiritual leader at Center of Peace in Philadelphia, they're like our sister center. She and I had flown down, not knowing ahead of time, but she and I had flown down from Philadelphia to Charlotte together on Monday, found ourselves at the gate, and then we found out while we were there during the conference that we were on the same flight coming back. So we shared a cab with our beloved Ian Taylor, who's a retired minister from Rhode Island, and we all got to the airport at the same time. Ian had a different airline, but Reverend Tawana and I got to spend some time together. And I found out it was her birthday on Friday. So when we realized we had extra time, I was checking out the restaurants, because I like to do that. Just a bit of a foodie. And I found a very nice one. And I called Tawana and said, would you like to come and have lunch with me? She said, right there, I'll be right there. So she came down, and we had a wonderful birthday lunch together. It was a good thing. I'm a pangloss. I really do like looking for what's the best in every situation. And it really makes life a whole lot better. We had wonderful, wonderful exchanges, she and I. And we have some plans that you'll be hearing about before too long. What I know is that I can raise my perceptions up and beyond my humanness. I like my humanness, but it's not enough. And it's not all of who I am. It's a part of how I express myself. Just like your humanness is a wonderful way that you express yourself. And what is it that you're expressing? Your divinity, your spirituality, your true, authentic self. We all have that. Personally, I continue to shift. I continue to shift my perceptions. I continue to be willing to be curious and to expand my awareness of someone else's experience and to learn from that. I continue the journey, and I love it. Spirit alive within each of us is loving the journey that you and I are choosing to take. So, Pangloss that I am, I've been known to invite people to join me in this consciousness. And I'm inviting you to join me in this consciousness today so that we are not perturbed, but we're curious. Oh, what can I learn from this experience? What are the gifts here? What can I discover? What is mine to do? What can I bring and what can I receive from it? A conscious, caring, creative group of people become established as a greater, more effective opening to spirit. Individually, we can do wonderful work, but as we gather with conscious, caring, compassionate people of intentionality to make a difference in our lives and in this world, we develop a greater confidence in what we can do. At the convention this week, soul to soul to soul, lighting the way to love. That was our theme. And it was a love fest. And we grew and we learned and we established ourselves in a greater consciousness than I think we ever have before. I am in love with our Centers for Spiritual Living global community. I'm in love with all of the ministers, the practitioners, the lay people, those of us walking hand in hand, dancing along the path, making a brighter world. And we make that brighter world soul to soul to soul, lighting the way of love. Now, this is still Black History Month, and there was a great focus as we were honoring each other's divinity while celebrating everybody's personal and collective history. There have been some challenges down in South Carolina. There have been some very unlovely, unloving politics going on down there. There's been legislation that is not loving or humane. And at one time, Centers for Spiritual Living, when they saw what was going on, that was racist, homophobic, not accepting people, having a lot of anger about trans folks. Our home office considered pulling out of Charleston and not being there to make a statement. Thank God we made a better statement by going and bringing our love. And it was a love fest. We showed up in Charleston. Black History Month. We took a bus to the International African American Museum, which was just completed last summer, just in time for us. And we had shirts on, and there were 4 different patterns to choose from, and they were all about bringing love. And it was a delight. As we were taking the bus, I had the great pleasure of being seated next to Reverend G. He's called Reverend G because his name is difficult for Western tongues to pronounce. He's from Johannesburg, and he has a thriving community there. We have a number of centers in South Africa. And it was so wonderful to wind up there at the museum, and let me tell you a little bit about that museum. It was built on the site of Gadsden's Wharf, and that was the largest port of the transatlantic slave trade. Over 40% of the enslaved Africans who were brought here 200 years ago arrived at that site, where now this beautiful museum stands. Hearts and minds were opening to learn more about history, real history, not sugar-coated. The exhibits were heart-wrenching. the testimonials that were printed out, and some were audio where we could actually listen to some of the voices of descendants of the slaves, were educational, expansive, shifting perspectives. That's what we do. We shift our perspectives. And we learn through compassionate curiosity. What could that have been like for you? Another wonderful thing they had at that museum was one room where people who thought they may have had relatives in that area were able to get their histories, their personal histories. How empowering. How wonderful to acknowledge our ancestors. Oh, by the way, do you know, and I love that here in America, this is a melting pot. That's part of our strength, isn't it? But do you know that if you came from Ireland or from Poland or from South America or somewhere in Africa, do you know where we all came from? If you don't know this by now, it's time we all got it. We all came from Africa. That's where our roots are. Now, I'm not able to look up any African roots. That goes back way too many eons. But our black friends were able to do it if they chose to. And it was very enlightening, very enlightening. And the music, the drumming, the dancing, the magnificent entertainment that we had from the local folks, oh my gosh, I didn't write it down, that's very embarrassing that I didn't write down who these magnificent people were. They came out of the people who had been enslaved, who then began to form their communities. They had a praise house. And they had a praise house inside the museum where you could go in and you could see the benches and sit there and watch a little movie about the wonderful praising and singing and the marvelous things that happened. And some of these dear folks that were descendants of those who settled these areas where they had a thriving society in the midst of the terrible abuse that was inflicted on them. Those who made it, there were millions who didn't even get here because they died coming over. I know that there are folks who say, well, gosh, my ancestors didn't have slaves. I didn't have anything to do with that. Of course you didn't. Of course you didn't. But we're all part of the human fabric. We're all on this journey together. And the more we open our hearts and become curious and let the love transform things, the more we'll all have the kind of love fest that we had down there together. Native American, black, white, Asian. We're all divine expressions of the one life, and we're looking for what we have in common. And what we have in common is that we are all magnificent expressions of the living God. So we learn from compassionate curiosity. I want to have a sense of people's journeys. It was a long way from the airport to Wild Dunes. Can you imagine sending a bunch of ministers and other people to Wild Dunes? It wasn't so wild. It was pretty mild, but it was pretty wonderful. But it was a long ride, 45, 50 minutes. So I'm arriving, and I'm taking an Uber from Charlotte Airport to Wild Dunes. Well, of course, I had the most amazing Uber driver. His name was Milton Berry. And as we got to talk, he'd been there all his life. And when he retired 20 years ago, I guess, he and his wife formed a wildlife animal rescue in their own home on their 2 acres. And when I showed interest in it, he said, "Oh, you want to know more about that?" And he handed me a photo album. The place is called Skunkberry Inn. And look it up, Skunkberry Inn in Charlotte, South Carolina. And they have a house full of dogs and cats of their own. And they allow skunks, raccoons, possums, fox, any kind of creature who needs a little rehab to come in. And I saw pictures of them bathing little skunks. And all of them, this is the most amazing thing of all. This is where love is really showing up. All of the animals get along just fine. Their labs and their cats welcome anybody who comes through the door. They do the rehabilitation, and they send them back out into the wild if they're able to do that. They even had pictures of a couple of owls, and they make sure that they take them to the right vet. There's a vet they work with, and it's all based on love. Yes, they can do this because they have the intentionality to do what is theirs to do. Now, that's not mine to do. I don't live on 2 acres, and I'm not equipped to have any kind of critter come through the door, although it could be fun. In fact, he told me that very morning he got up at 4 o'clock because he drives Uber in between, and that was before his wife got up. So he said he let the 2 labs out, and then when he went to let them back in, there was the chocolate lab, there was the black lab, and there was another lab they'd never seen before. All came in together. Now that's the consciousness of love that heals and reveals and brings together in the commonality of God's love. And that's what they're doing there. If I had had more time, I would have gone there. I've never picked up a baby skunk, have you? It never occurred to me. I'm changing my perceptions. You know, the affirmation that I put together, we are bound together and finely woven with love, as we effectively bring the presence into each moment of our lives in every corner of the world. This is what all kinds of people are doing everywhere. And this came years ago when I learned of a church where whatever the minister was sharing that day, the music director would be taking notes, and then at the end of his sermon, he would teach the congregation a song that he had learned from listening to the preacher. And that's where this came from. And it goes like this. Oh, we are bound together and finely woven with love. And there are several verses, but it gets people on their feet. It gets them interacting. We are bound together and finely woven with love. If you could only love enough, you'd be the happiest and most powerful being in the world. Well, yes, you can. You absolutely can. Miss Edie, would you bring me a bag over there from the kitchen? It's a green bag, and it needs to be here for the conclusion of my talk, and I neglected to bring it in. There's 2 green bags. Make sure it's the one that has the right stuff in, and you don't know what that is. Isn't this fun? It has some... Well, yeah, yes, that should be the one. Thank you. You see, my president, I love my president so much. Thank you, that's the one. All right. Good job. No, thank you. Oh, I need you everywhere all the time, but thank you. You did a wonderful thing. So what's true is that it is our joyous, not tedious. It is our joyous responsibility to create, to co-create a wonderful, workable world. Let it begin by lifting our vision of possibility and stop focusing on the restrictions. Stop arguing for our limitations. I'd love to do that, but the political climate here isn't. Excuse me! Stop arguing for our limitations. Do you realize how much we do that? I'm including myself. It happens. But it has nothing to do with gender. It has nothing to do with gender identity. It's nothing to do with race. It's nothing to do with religion. It's nothing to do with politics. We've got to get over all of that matote and realize that this is an infinite principle with which we are dealing. It's the infinite principle of love and wisdom. And it's what we're here for, to open up. Now, this is what I want to tell you. Success comes in cans. I'm here to prove that. That's why it's all about yes, we can. Excuse me while I disappear for just a moment. I'll be back. Talk among yourselves. Okay, there's one. There's another. I do have, there's method in my madness, really. It's coming. Here we are. All right. Yes. Success comes in cans, and this is the first can. Can you see this? Can you see it out there? This is this is God can. This is the God can. Okay? You got that one, everybody? Good. God can. The second one is, if God can, and God is right where I am, then God in me can. So I can. This is the I can. You got it? All right. It all starts with the God can. And then we realize that God as me can. Well, guess what? God as you can. This is the... Thank goodness that... Y'all right down there? Yeah. All right? Okay. Y'all right? You okay? Okay. This is the you can. You can. And finally, God is expressing in, through, and as each and every one of us. Therefore, we can. All right. So once again, students, God can. I can. You can. We can. And won't it be a surprise when I decide to open this and wonder what kind of soup is in each one? But the soup that we are creating together, it's like that story of stone soup, Fella goes into the village and he's hungry, and he suggests to the villagers, let's make stone soup. Stone soup? What is that? Well, everybody brings something. I put in the stones. They'll start the water going. Everybody's bringing vegetables and other things. And the next thing you know, stone soup turns out to be a delicious meal, a communal meal where people are sharing together. We're making some delicious soup here. We're making it from the premise that God can, God as each of us can, God as all of us, doing the most wonderful work. And we can. There's something afoot here. There's something happening here in human consciousness. And the reason it's happening is that we are finally awakening, one by one, two by two, group by group, awakening to the divinity that's always been within us. So because of this presence, because of this power, we can. We set our intention and we produce the most amazing things in our individual lives and in the world itself. Oh, we can. Yes, you can. Yes, I can. Yes, we can. And it's all about the love that we're bringing forth. So will you say with me, the all-powerful presence dwells within me. The all-powerful presence dwells within me. Because God can, I can. Because God can, I can. I let love lead the way. I let love lead the way. I am a mighty moving presence of love. I am a mighty moving presence of love. one sweet step after another. And so, my beloveds, beginneth our lesson. Thank you, dear loves. Oh, my goodness. Gosh, it's good to be with you. Gosh, it's good to be in love with all of you. Let's have our prosperity time. And it's our opportunity to circulate love through the gifts that we give, the monetary gifts that we give in support of our beloved center. For me, this is the closest source of spiritual food, and it gives me great joy to share my abundance with it, because I know every good gift comes from God. However you choose to give, thank you. Thank you for keeping us strong. Thank you for moving us ahead with love. So let's say together our affirmation. And here it is. Okay. I choose to celebrate prosperity. Divine love blesses my gift. It is the acceptance of God as the source of my abundant supply. With joy and gratitude, I share my abundance with this center. In doing so, I am one with the law of circulation. My tithe goes forth to heal, to prosper, and to bless. It returns to me multiplied abundantly, and I am prospered, and so it is.
Something only you can bring. It's impossible to put it all together. Need every piece to make it complete, yeah. Every note to make a symphony. All the voices singing harmony. All the colors of the rainbow shining. Everyone, everyone. Say yes, say yes, say yes, say yes, say yes, say yes to a world with a little more love. Go ahead and reach out your hand. Open the door, say hello. A stranger today, you might get to know 'em. Little love just keeps on growing. Change a life without even knowing. Say yes, say yes, say yes, say yes. It takes everyone, everyone, everyone to make a world with a little more love. Little more love.
Everyone has got the same motivation. Love is love, the same situation. Give love and help one another. In this world, there's only each other. One blood, the human race. If you feel the same, let me hear you say.
Say yes, yes. Say yes, yes. Say yes, say yes to a world with a little more love. Little more love. Oh yeah. Everyone, everyone, say yes to a world with a little more love. Say yes to a world with a little more love.
Say yes, say yes. Thank you very much to Edie. She reminded me of the name of the fabulous people who one night, Wednesday night I think it was, when we were in our general session, came down the aisle drumming, singing, dancing, the Gula Geechee. And the Gula Geechee is an amazing group who have continued this practice over the years. What joy. We were all on our feet. We were all clapping and we were thrilled. Gula Geechee. Any chance you have, spend some time with them. So, and I also want to mention that the class that's starting on Tuesday night on Emma Curtis Hopkins for 12 weeks. You certainly can still register. However, check to see if you can get your books in time. You may not be able to get them in time. There's a number, an 800 number you call to speak with Michael Terranova up in Vancouver, Washington, from Wise Woman Press, and he'll send them to you. And maybe you could get them by Tuesday. You know, you can. Yes, you can. It could happen. If it's delayed a little, you could still jump in. You'll just do a little catching up, and you take a lot of notes, and you'll know what to do. Yes, good question, Edie. Thank you. But you're welcome. We're going to have a wonderful time. So, and when we have our closing song after the closing words here, this is another wonderful woman who spent the week with us, Amy Steinberg. And, oh, man, talk about getting us up on our feet. So I thank you for being here today, wherever you are. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your awakening, for that each little step that you continue to take along the path to make a beautiful difference in your own world and in the greater community itself. As we go forth, it's with great love in our hearts and clear intentionality to let the wisdom and the love guide us on this beautiful journey of spiritual evolution, where we truly are awakening to our own authentic self and awakening others to their beautiful divinity. We are grateful. All is well, and so it is.
I say yes to the goodness. I say yes to love. I say yes to abundance raining down from up above. I say yes. I say yes. I say yes. I say yes to forgiveness. I say yes to God. I say yes to the moment, bringing me such positive thoughts. I say yes. I say yes. I say yes. No to the darkness, no to the fear, no to the voices that scream about despair. I say yes to the glory, yes to the light, yes to the voices that sing out with light. They're saying yes, they're saying yes, they're saying yes. I say yes to surrender. I say yes to grace. I say yes to the beloved, looking back at me when we're face to face. I say yes to acceptance. I say yes to faith. I say yes to the lessons I'm learning how to grow through all the pain. I say yes. I say yes. I say yes. No to the darkness, no to the fear, no to the voices that scream about despair. I say yes to the glory,